There are two ways to play the YouTube game. You can either chase the lucky break or you can pursue mastery. I spent over a decade as a personal trainer. I spent over 15 years in professional kitchens. I know which one that I'm built for. My name is Gerald and I am a money drunk. I I want to talk about the lucky break here for just a moment. I tell you, if I see one more video where someone says, "Oh, I stumbled into the YouTube Partner Program, and this is how I did it. After 5 videos, I finally got monetized." Oh my God! If I hear that story one more time, and I know it's survivor bias as well too, meaning that you hear those stories because everybody wants to hear a success story. Everybody wants to hear that, so those naturally rise to the top. But also I hear stories too. I have to dig a little deeper, but I hear stories of the person who was posting every week for the past 5 years and nothing budged, nothing seemed to work, and then finally they got monetized. And I'm only hearing about that story because they didn't give up. They didn't let go of their dream. There's that survivor bias, once more. They aren't the millions of channels who abandoned after 5 videos or 10 videos or 100 videos or quit after 2 years of it not working. There's millions of channels like that. But the only channels that you hear about are the ones who actually push through, the ones that actually took the I don't want to say the time, but were willing to not quit. So yeah, there's this unfairness of luck that also seems to pervade YouTube, and it really bugs me. It really irks me, and here's why. Um, and I have spent about past 10 years on YouTube, and I've done all the different things. I've posted over 100 videos. I posted 300 videos in a row, and my channel didn't get monetized. I was in a really successful niche, or a niche that had a lot of traffic. Granted, it was very competitive, but inside of that niche, I was posting consistently, and I was posting on topics that I researched and I knew that people were looking for. I make sure that I was picking a thumbnail and a title that was also going to be competitive. So I was doing all the right things in order to get monetized, but it didn't work. And of course, I quit. I quit, and I didn't see it through. I wasn't willing to wait another month or willing to wait another year until it worked for me. So I know how frustrating that can be, to hear somebody who, posted for, once a week for a month, and then left it alone for 6 months, and then, posted 3 videos, and all of a sudden that they're monetized. I know how frustrating that can feel. But I also know that I can't give up. I can't give up. So what's the alternative? Mastery is the alternative. I love Malcolm Gladwell's idea of the 10,000 hour rule, meaning that you need 10,000 hours of deliberate practice in order to become world class at something. And as you may or may not know, skiing is something that has always been a huge part of my life. I didn't start skiing until I was 10, but I started devoting every weekend that I could to going skiing to my local mountains. Again, there are little bumps of an anthill back in Connecticut as compared to the world-class skiing that we have out here in Colorado. But nonetheless, I was really focused and intentional on being able to tackle whatever sort of terrain that I could find. And I was always searching for the most difficult terrain. And Then once I felt like I had mastered that, then I got into ski racing. And that was a very humbling experience for me, because the skills that were necessary were so much greater than the skill level that I was at. But I didn't quit. I got better. I joined a ski racing team so I could get the proper coaching. I went to ski camp in the summer. First summer, I spent 3 weeks. The second summer, I spent 3 months. 3 months in the summertime working on my skiing, working on my racing technique, and trying to become better and better with each and every run, with each and every session in the gates. I was working on becoming a better skier. And for me, it didn't work out. I never became a really competitive ski racer. That's a episode for another day. And eventually, I transitioned that ski racing career into a ski coaching and ski instruction career, and snowboard racing career, and the list goes on and on. But the point is that it's become a huge part of my life, and I'm always searching for that perfect turn. Of course, that perfect turn isn't, there's no such thing as a perfect turn, but at the same time, I'm always seeking that. That's the feeling that I'm always trying to strive for each and every time I step out onto the snow and I point my skis downhill. So, what does that have to do with YouTube? It's the same thing with YouTube. First of all, never quit. Um, Stay in my lane. I want to reach you. I'm looking to reach you, the same person who is struggling with money blocks and money psychology, and it isn't even talking about saving $1,000, but is trying to figure out the psychology and the mindset to be able to hold on to their job so that they can begin to have some sort of stability in their lives, so that they can begin to save $5 a month, so they can start to pay their bills on time. This is where I'm starting. And this is the people that I'm trying to connect with. And being able to work on my thumbnails, and we're being able to work on my titles so that I can begin to find my audience, so that I can find you, and that YouTube will begin to share my message, share my videos with more and more people. So eventually they will find you. But what I need to do is have that deliberate practice. Hit that record button each and every day. Work on getting better with my delivery, working on my public speaking, making sure that my ideas are crisp and that I'm not rambling in my videos and I'm staying on topic, and I'm making sure that I am conveying that feeling, that pain. I know what that pain is like, to not only not be able to pay your bills, but what that means as a father, what that means as a husband, what that means as trying to be a contributing member to society, what all that mean, the meaning that I give that, and the pain that comes from that. Trying to deliver that message to you so that you understand that you're not alone. And that's exactly what YouTube mastery looks like, is working on those skills day in, day out, refining the thumbnail, refining my hook, refining that title, making sure that all of these, the packaging, making sure that the hook, making sure that the cadence of the video is going to be attractive enough for you to want to watch, and then want to watch the next video and hear more of this message. And that I'm reaching, again, I'm reaching you. I'm not trying to fool the algorithm. I don't think that the algorithm is against me. I don't think any of that sort of garbage. But what I am trying to do is get better and better each and every day so that I am able to reach you. So if this video resonated with you, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I'd love to bring you more videos like this where we talk about our money blocks and what's stopping us from taking that next step in our journey. And go ahead and also click that link down in the description where you can schedule a call with me, book a call with me so that we can maybe talk about what's stopping you. What's stopping you from getting that next promotion? What's stopping you from choosing that new career? What's stopping you from being the type of person that does take that next step? So join me on this journey as I continue to get money sober. And check out this next video here. This is the video that set everything in motion for me. Check it out.